Hi guys. So today is the 18th of Jan, Wednesday, and it's about 10:20 in the morning in the UK. Now let's do a quick US30 analysis. Not really going to delete any of the markings just because I feel like price is within the range of where we had previously drawn our markings. So just like let's kind of take a look at where we are. I'm just going to remove all the below indicators. Um, okay. So we are on a nice uptrend. So I did say that, this really it's uptrend and then it came down for a retracement. Did say it looks a little bit like a cup handle and then we want the handle to be like three quarters. So we around that range basically. I mean, this is a very nice liquidity area if you were to ask me. It's within that range where it's the handle and then we're looking for upward trend. Now it was a very strong bearish momentum yesterday. So I would just like, I mean, at the end of the day, guys, I personally think people, there's sometimes you can see very clear trends, and sometimes it's like, price could just go on and do whatever it's going to do, and then you just got to kind of, just mold and just adjust and be ready to take whatever action you need to when price action tells you that it's going to go in another way. So really for me, this I'm still bullish on US30. I personally do think so. Just because if you look at all the moving averages, they're all fanning out nicely on an uptrend. And I don't really see why I would think that it's going to be a downtrend. Look, it's all beautifully an uptrend. So it's just a case of at the moment right now, to me, we are still on buys. Now, if you are looking for short sales, if price is going to come down a bit more, that's got to be done on a lower time frame. For me, I'm just targeting the next point here, which would be somewhere in the region of, trying to give you guys a very precise 34,800, about there. That will be the towards near the zone. But I personally think it would actually go up to this bit here, which is 500. Yeah, so 35, 500 or 600, just because that's a zone in itself. Okay, I mean, we can always take this in stages. Look at that. So the next bit here will be somewhere about the next range, about here, right? So I just keep going to the previous highs on the left. That's all I'm doing. You know, ultimately, I do think price, if it's on an uptrend, it is going to come and do this here. So it is 3,700. I just like whole numbers, guys. So I do think price eventually might come up here. That's my ultimate target. But I kind of like to just go in stages. We see what price does at every stage. Okay, so that's my take on price action right now. Hmm, okay. So I'm just waiting to see what price does, guys. It's actually quite as simple as that. So like I said, I am bullish. We are just gonna wait for it to go up a little bit more, and see whether it is going to give us a pin bar entry, whether it's done with its retracement, I mean. Otherwise, we are looking for a drop until 33,680. That's my next level for just because on a 15 minutes, I wanted to see the 15. Let me just see which time frame that was. Yeah, actually, yeah, look at that. It's like, look at the divergence indicator. It's showing a nice uptrend on this, right? And basically, I don't know. I feel like it might come down a bit more to this level price and then give us a, yeah, there we go. It's the 1 hour. Look at this. This was actually really interesting to me yesterday when I saw this. That's the reason why I marked this up. I'll show you guys a trade I took yesterday as well, but before that, so that's the reason why I marked it up to this level, just because there is a zone, which is a green zone, which is a buy zone, right? So for me, look, there's a nice leg out here. Can you guys see? So for me, I wanted price to actually come down and reject the 200 moving average and then make its way all the way up. That was my target, all the way up to this zone here, right? So that would have been a really good trade to be in. Yeah, that's a good 700 over pips. That's what I was thinking price was going to do yesterday, like come all the way down here, which is why I marked it. But then it did not. It's kind of just doing this. So personally, I do think price is actually going to come down to this level here, where the zone is. I'll tell you guys, it might even come into the zone. So 33,600 or 33,670. Okay, so keep an eye on this area here. Wait for a rejection candle and then give it a let it have a bullish momentum. Come back, do the retest at the zone, and then that's your entry point. Okay, so yeah, so these are the two scenarios possibly price could do. Like I said, I do think we are overall bullish, but price may come down just a teeny bit more, and that's actually got good amount of pips to be fair. Yeah, that's a good 200 over pips here. So let's just see what price does. All right, guys. Now I'll just quickly show you guys what trade I took yesterday, which was a nice one. I think I took it on the 5 minutes. Must have been. There we go. Okay, it was a nice sell, that one was. So basically, all my moving averages were fanning out a nice rejection candle. It was the second candle. So if you actually see here, it was the news, not news, it was New York Open. So typically, if you like to trade candles that move fast, is during 5 or 10 minutes after the open. So somewhere from about 2:30 to 3, you will actually be able to see the candles moving fast, and I kind of do like those periods to look for a nice entry level because it's a pretty clean sweep most of the time. But anyway, so prices going on the upward trend. It went up 5 minutes before New York opened, did a nice rejection of the 200 moving average. And if you can actually see on the New York open candle, the time below is 2:30, and you can actually see what it does. It goes up to the resistance. So and it comes down and it closes. So it did a nice rejection of the 200. I love trading rejections of 200 as well beyond my main strategy, which you know is the pin bars and so on. But then that's the reason because I feel like they're a very strong price action, if that makes sense. It's really the market telling us 200 moving average. I feel is a very powerful one, and so when it rejects that either direction, I feel like you will get momentum going down or up. Even if it's a short one, you will be in profit, and then it's on you already whether you're coming out with a loss or not. But anyway, so I entered at the close of that candle, which was here, the next entry. We can see, but okay, guys, when I mark up, it's just not spot on the same candle. Just look back a little bit, just because I like to see what's happening on the left a little bit. All right. So it was basically at the close of this candle, I entered it and I put my stop loss at the 2 average. Oops, sorry guys. That was just my alert going off. But yes, that was what do you call that? So at my 200 moving average, which was a 37 pip stop loss, which was a very decent one. And to be fair, we could have even put it all the way up here above the previous wick. Right, that's an 80. I would have still done. Oh gosh, I would have still done that, but right now it was at 37 pips. Let's just leave it at that, okay? And I took it all the way down here to this red line. That's what I did. That was a 259 pips. So this was a very clean sweep. It was 1:7 ratio, risk to reward ratio. It was a very clean sweep. Like price just kept tanking. It was a beautiful. There's another rejection off here, so that was beautiful. And it was awesome. So that was a good trade yesterday. But anyway, let's just look at price action now. Why did the alerts go off? Do you know what? I actually set an alert here, and you ask me why? Because when price was tanking yesterday, guys, oopsie. When price was actually tanking yesterday, do you know what? I actually thought that it's gonna come back for a nice retracement back and reject by 200, and I was like, please do that because I want you to, so I could take it back down, but clearly it did not. Now let's just look at the 1 minute. Yeah. Do you see what I mean? Whenever it rejects the 200, look at how beautiful that is. Look at the sweep up there. Oh my God. Wow, it's good. It's really good. Okay, so clearly it's not. Mm, I don't. It is coming down, but I don't seem to get an entry very nicely, to be fair. Okay, so I was just looking at my charts and thinking what is the best. But no, guys, that's we it's just so messed up down here. So no, I don't have an entry for this. But like I said, I am thinking that it is going to be bearish till my marking here at the very least, and then that is the 200 moving average on the 1 hour, I believe. Yeah, with the zone there. So once it does what it wants to do at this space, and then we will have to the upside. If it's not going back to the upside, then you're going to see it come further down, retest this bottom of the zone, and drop further. So whichever way it does, we just have to go along with price action, guys. Okay, so just keep your eyes on this and see how it pans out. Happy trading, safe trading, and yeah, I right now am just looking for a sell entry. Really, that's what I think I'm planning on doing. Mhm. Yeah, even the volume. I do think that, like I said, I do believe it's going to come here. So I'm probably going to look for a sell entry on a lower time frame and see how that pans out. All right, guys. So, like I said, be patient, wait for the right entry, and you don't want to be stuck in a trade that you don't want to be in. Okay. So, all the best to you guys, and see you guys tomorrow.